what did it say? Again, this is Shay Seeking or Shalonda, and welcome back. Remember, excuse me, this is not your mama's Bible study. And I'm never here to tell you what it is or what it ain't. I'm simply sharing what it looks like to me as a seer, oracle, prophetess, scryer, whatever energy you want to say. Again, that's just what we're doing. Okay. So again, it says, so again, I've seen like the come up or the shh. It's making me think about that symbol we talked about a while back on the channel when we were breaking in some of these subliminals and things like this when it comes to the so-called conspiracy theories, okay, which is really the real truth most of the time, or prophecy that people are trying to hide, okay, or make you seem like it's ridiculous, right? Because it may be too righteous for the society that we live in today. All right. So it says, all right, judges and officers shalt thou make in thy all thy gates. Again, it's like they messed up when they left the one out. That's the whole cut off energy, to blind and bind and cut off and make, again, more defensive, or again, have these swords where you're indecisive and don't know how to make. And you see the moon, right, is peering in on that, right? And the water is behind it, right? So again, it says, so this is what they've done. So I'm not even realizing that certain people, family members, friends, spouses, whatever, soul siblings, even again, the two wands, whatever, could be, you know what I'm saying, conspiring, right? Against that one, the one that God exalted, right? Not the one that man chose to exalt, all right? There's a difference between the son of God and the son of man, period. And it's the difference between the spiritual essence of the group and then those that are, again, of law. All right. So let's see. Which the Lord thy God giveth thee throughout thy tribes. Okay. And thou shalt judge the people with judgment. Okay. So instead of, again, the empress or those in the emperor, those who are ordained by God judging, they have let these people of lawlessness judge. And this is where we have all of this smash and grab, or whatever they're calling it, all of this, you know, fruitfulness, right? Which is actually does mean that in the biblical text. But we have to know that it's intertwined. You have to be able to factor in or see, you know, what it is, right? Because again, I guess it would be something about getting something back if it was yours, you know what I'm saying, when it's talking about that fruitfulness. But then it could also be people that say it's theirs or are in a likeness of those children that can consume or take by law those particular lands and things like this, by treaties and laws and all this. But it's just the essence of knowing who you are. And again, that old God energy is just going to have you resonate that. It's going to just be glowing. It's going to be something. So again, you are kind of like untouchable, right? It's giving me black, or again, black being dead in the eyes of law when it comes to the caste or class. And the untouchables or Dalit people at the bottom of the pyramid. You see, it's keeping in the dark. Keeping in the dark. So again, the heart. Oh, yeah. Okay. So even if we look at this card here with this, you know, I don't know, I'm seeing dark web too. Okay. So again, this may be where, because right here, I took a break real quick while my phone died with the first live. And so I had to continue. And it says private platforms. Okay. A clubhouse or something like this, right? For the love of money. Okay. Everything has been flipped. All right. Half tribe of Manasseh, okay? That's an Israelite nation, right? Because I was just thinking about that when I'm thinking about these certain individuals or family members that, yes, their mother was or is Native American, right? And then their father would be the same as my family, but at the same time, I have my family, right? And then I also have, when it comes to my mother, right? Because, yeah, both of our fathers are on the same, this energy that I'm being drawn towards, okay, from the east to west, okay, between the Pharaoh's daughter and, you know what I'm saying, because again, that energy can be interchangeable, because it could be one person, but they already have created an idol to work in that department, and it could be vice versa, it could be flipped, you know what I'm saying. So again, you just have to be able to resonate and do that on your own, right? So again, this make me think about the people that's in the dark, again, under the earth, or the Dalit people. And then right here, if you think about it, going up that pyramid, because it's going to say something about commoners in here. So again, if you think about it, look at this blue ribbon. This is like representing water. This is kind of like mixed earth here, the shoes, right? So again, this is making me think about the underworld. This is the commoners, peasants, and servants. Okay, the blue in the shoes, and then the red of this part here, the commoners, peasants, and servants, right? And then this is making me think about the merchants right here. So again, I see feminine energies here, but then I also see something with this, okay? And then you have this white and then the gold over here, right? Sons of God, sons of man. So again, you have this energy here with this pentacle in the middle. It represents like the heart of something too, right? The heart of America, the heart of this, or the heart of something, economics. I don't know. I'm seeing like the merchants department here, right? Maybe I'm seeing like the kings and the lords or whatever. I can't remember exactly what it is. But then you got this all-seeing eye up here too, on top of the crown or the corona. So again, it's making me think about, again, an etymology when the Pharaoh's daughter said she pulled out. Because again, we could be talking old world, ancient Egyptian pharaohs. Now that's more prominent than the newer pharaohs of the 18th dynasty or 1800s, which would be native or offspring of the originals. So again, the way your lineage and your bloodline, and again, the Two of Cups, the way that is, you know, your DNA or your ancestry, you know what I'm saying, regardless of what's on paper, is going to be written on your soul. So again, they fighting for the soul of America. But again, were they really? Or did they just want to make, build back better? But then we also have make America great again. So there is a core essence again to the Trump, you know, and then more of him just being raw and real. You know what I'm saying? So again, even though I don't deal with either one of the parties, you know what I'm saying, I see things for what they are. No matter if I like the person personally or, you know, whatever. It's got nothing to do with that. It got something to do with what I'm seeing here, what I'm reading, what I know. All right. So, so again, I was thinking about the high priestess again. And so again, it making me think about Black and James. Now they did just get this James person in New York here. So that's giving me white more, Black more. But again, we're not realizing that again. I feel like the Black energy of the surname and James surname both are connected to my lineage. So we are water kind of energy here, right? So again, but that kind of cracked me up because it's like I'm the one that drew him out of the water. But it's making me think that again, there was a cousin, like maybe I drew this person out of water when it comes to my divine masculine, right? But then again, the world, I mean, this system or whatever, structure or whatever, wanted to go ahead and take maybe the Aquarius in the family, a lighter version of, right? And place them in some kind of position. And then also, I feel like, again, what was I thinking? Taurus, Aquarius, and, oh my goodness. Dang, I can't remember the other one. Oh, but Gemini. Okay. So yeah, okay. Okay, so I'm seeing my cousins. Okay, so again, all right, okay. Because I told you about the dream that I had about, again, a certain feminine energy within the community. All right. When we're talking unpacked, right? I had a dream about her, right? And then I thought I seen her, and I actually, again, that's why I'm telling you, it's people around about. I'll just tell you that much, okay? So in that dream, we had a fight. We got into a fight. And it just so happens that standing behind her were my cousins, my favorite cousins. We actually have birthdays that are like a couple days apart, right? But the same cousins also share a father with the feminine energy that I feel is coming from the East, that is under the reign of probably the Pharaoh's daughter, in a sense, right? Or who would be playing that part right now, right? So Caledonia, all that stuff here in Wisconsin. So it's this kind of, like I said, this force coming from the East trying to consume or take over the children of this kingdom, right? And it may be, again, where they've taken crafty counsel or they teamed up with the South or Georgia, in New York, Georgia, Rhode Island, all of these places, California, again, to take the empress down for gain. I'm just calling it how it is. But again, it's kind of like a split family thing where there's the twins that have the father, as the same father as the feminine energy that looks more like me in the family. And so I was just reading some scripture that was saying, you know, the half tribe of Manasseh and all these other tribes, how God stirred them up and they moved. Hold on, let's see if I still have it here. Let's see. Let's see. Again, it's giving me that whole movie about the huntsman or whatever it's called. Again. All right. So it's saying here that the sons of Reuben and Gad, okay, the sons of Reuben. So Reuben is going to be like authentic, probably, right? And then the Gadites, the fact that they put ites or ish or anything lets me know that that's a half something already. It's half breed, or again, it's half something. Possibly, you know, indigenous and foreign or native. Okay, because native is the offspring. Indigenous is the earth. When we're talking about the earth in the concordance in Genesis, the first verses is talking about people. All right, autochthonous people, the earliest. All right. So again, it says in the half tribe of Manasseh. So there might be a Manasseh, and then there's a half tribe. All right, of the valiant men. Okay. Now these men, when you cluster men together, I'm thinking, is it possible that we're talking about men and women, or again, a feminine energy in her masculine energy? Okay. Able to move about as a masculine would, possibly, right? Because of possibly some financial gain or something. All right. Running with the boys. Like if I were a boy, I'm hearing, or that one song by Sierra, be like them, wear your clothes like them, whatever. Okay. So it says men able to bear buckler. Ooh, hold on. And sword. Oh, I don't know. This is making me think about this here. And to shoot with the bow. So archery. Okay, Sagittarius energy possibly. And skillful in war. Okay, we were 40. So again, this is something, again, where I feel like, again, mounted men or the Buffalo Soldiers not actually being so-called indigenous. You know, it's a lot of twist here of people, all brown-skinned folk ain't kinfolk, of people that are in the likeness of the gods, but they're really not. When the earth joined with the earth, that's the autochthonous earth and then foreign earth joining together. So again, you can see where things could have gotten mixed up at some point in time. Oh, okay. All right. So it says we're 44,760 were able to go forth to war. Okay. So again, excuse me. All right. So again, even when we're talking about these so-called patents and stuff, this was the gifts of these people that decided to take over the people from the people. So you know what I'm saying? It's just like, that's what I'm saying. And then we in some groups will look and say, well, they stole, or the so-called white man stole our land or whatever. But again, some of these brown skinned folks stole the land from the original people in the first place. So you see what I'm saying? It didn't trickle down until later, after those people got a hold of it and then brought the others in. So again, when you let them in, probably curious, or, you know, we're so opening and with hospitality, especially with Southern hospitality. All right. Where people can maybe say it's kind of foolish. I don't necessarily think that way. You know what I'm saying? Now, since I see things the way that it is, right? I mean, it just depends on who we are. Like I'm seeing this whole God energy again on the earth. So again, it doesn't matter about any of that. Actually, it matters about who you are, right? So, so it says the God of Israel, though, stirred up the spirits of Pul. And I don't know who that is, P-U-L. I don't know if it's even maybe short for Paul. I don't know. King of Assyria, and the spirit of till. So again, when we're talking about tillage, that is to kind of break up the ground and break up and move different pieces and different, you know, what you're going to need and stuff like that. So again, I did a video thorough on etymology and till and cultivate and all those things if you want to go back on the channel, okay? Or you can do it yourself. Okay, so it says Pil Nesser. I don't know why that's making me think about a pill or a big pharma. King of Assyria, and carried them away, even the Reubenites. Again, this is the portion of Reuben that would be Israelites, not Israel. Reuben is Israel, but the lighter version would be the Knights, or Ites, or Ish, or An. And the Gadites and half tribe of Manasseh, and brought them to Haliah and Habar and Hara and the river of Gozan to this day. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I know that some of these family members did come in from the East Coast to visit, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So again, this makes me think again, but then also these family members were here in this area, but then they moved to the East Coast, you know, a while back. Okay. So again, I don't know. It's just that kind of energy. Who? Wow. Because it's just kind of like maybe, yeah. At first, there was an untouchable situation, but since these people have gathered together and taken crafty counsel, now they feel strong enough to come against the true sun. All right? Relentlessly. Okay? Not really caring about family ties or anything. Right? Because if it wasn't the other way around, then I know that this is going on, then I would have been invited to some meeting or something of that sort, possibly, I would think. Okay? Because I know what's going on. Okay? To the rest of the sons of Kobath. Okay? By the lot out of the family of the tribe. Okay, so again, let's just keep on reading what we're reading. So I thought that was interesting there, okay? All right, so again, they're trying to make people that are going to definitely want to judge you wrongly because they want to be the star. They want to be the star energy, okay? And again, this might have been already done in the past, and then the masculine energy might have been with that energy. They might have drawn that energy out of the water and placed it with that energy. But ultimately, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it was led and there was possibly a bond or connection that was stronger than that can probably show the truth. Because they're going to try to, with the spiritual part of that, think about the warriors and those people of the back in the day, especially here in the Amazon, and all these women here that would cut off their breast in order to be able to be better archers. So that makes me think about cutting off your heart in order to be better archers, right? Also, to compartmentalize again somebody or them, their pineal, right, in order to be able to be more better archers, because you got more people, more eyes, right? They have eyes, so you have to create your own eyes in a certain sense, but you have to be able to discern. You have to be able to discern. So again, this is why, again, so it's kind of like no more talking to regular people, you know what I'm saying, personally. But again, I'm a messenger, so I'm delivering a message here. See, just pouring into the water, not into the earth anymore, because they don't really care about us. Yeah, go ahead and say it. So again, this has to do with hierarchies, constructs, and systems. I was thinking blind faith, but then we see here blind justice. This person is taking a stand. It's putting a sword down and taking a stand. And I say, I still got these fucking, this scale in my hand. You know, you might got this on my eyes, but I see you. I still got this. And the sun got my back. I don't know why I just heard prodigal son. Okay. Again, still the essence of the King of Wands. And one of these kings has the boar. Okay. Which is making me think about Deborah, or that energy here. I don't know why I think about Michelle Obama when I think about that energy. But again, the lion, the wolf, and the lizard. And then on one of these is the lion and the boar. It kind of looks like a lion, but if you look really closely, it's a boar. I think it's the King of Swords. So again, the tusks or horns, huh? Let's see. Okay, so it's thou shalt not rest, judgment. Thou shalt not respect persons, neither take a gift. Okay, whatever. Okay, the blind eyes, it makes your eyes blind. Okay, it'll make a motherfucker go against their family in a minute. I tell you that much. All right. All right. And pervert the words of the righteous. So again, this is the thing. Oh, I just heard somebody say something kind of like in this sense today, where again, they're probably taking some of our videos and things like that and chopping them up and editing them to make it seem like we're saying something that we're not. So it makes you not want to talk. But for me, it's been still a protection from source to say, yeah, that's them. It ain't you. Keep on doing what I told you to do. And that's what I do. All right. So again, again, my hands are clean. I haven't, whatever. If somebody think that I've been signing some contracts or I've been doing something, it ain't nothing. I barely even use my debit card in the shop that much anymore. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, again, kind of like that energy. All right. Shalt thou follow, thou mayest live and inherit the land which the Lord. Okay. So that which is altogether just shalt thou follow, that thou mayest live and inherit the land which the Lord thy God, Okay, the Lord thy God giveth thee. Thou shalt not plant thee a grove of any trees near unto the altar. You know what? Look at this. Near to the altar. And you know that song, Meet Me at the Altar in Your White Dress? You know, look at this. This made me think about child here. And then a fox. Foxwood, Foxworth. Yeah, but if we think about the Empress card, oh man, the Queen of Swords, I think too, has trees. Look at that. Because look at the difference between this tree and then these trees. See, you know, and it made me think about this as like spyware or 5G. Like, you know how sometimes they have these fake trees that's really 5th generation energy here? Look at all this feminine energy hiding behind here. Again, this makes me think about her eyes. The ones that are true and just, and the ones that are fair and balanced, not the ones that are getting paid a little extra under the table to say whatever somebody wants them to say. That's going to rile up the crowd against the Empress. Not those. Those are the ones that I don't really care for as much. And I can always point them out with that Sagittarius energy. And that's why the Empress embodies all the zodiac perfectly and well. Her chart is going to be probably pretty much awesome. Okay. Everybody's going to probably envy her chart. Envy her. You know, they're going to look at her some kind of way. And then men, again, if she's not thinking exactly like they are, or she don't want to follow the mandates, then they'll make sure to stir up the crowd. Okay. So again, it made me think about the dream where, again, the girl, right, prominent in the community that lives in Georgia. Okay. Her, and I was wondering why it was me and my children in a room, and it was kind of like a dorm or something like that. It was weird. And then she was trying to open up the door, and then she said, give me the key or something, right? And then it was like my cousins were standing behind her, like they were doing like a hand gesture or just like holding their hands in some kind of certain form, right? And I'm just thinking like, dude, these are my best cousins, you know, or it was at one point in time. What the hell, right? And I see a lot of like celebrations and ceremonies and things like that. And so it just has me questioning it. And then again, I have the right to do so because, again, these things are going on, right? And I feel like, again, left out. So then what does that do? That has somebody, you know, it's almost like, why did you do that? Because now you didn't gave the most powerful or the one that actually holds really a lot of this information, alternative information. It's just like that all kind of energy, kind of like the all-seeing eye. You've locked it out. And then you've bound it. And then, you know, this energy as a warrior or a lioness or whatever, she is going to just throw things out. And, you know, I'm hearing lyrics like throwing things all around or something like that. So it's just like, you know, that's what she's going to do. But nobody should have been, you know, again, the people that came to help should have helped instead of harm. All right. So again, yeah, I was sitting there thinking about this, and I think that, yes, absolutely. I think that what Source is telling me is that this is the Black surname and the James surname. All right. So again, I always go against the grain. I always had to, because I've always felt even with my own family members, and then my brother having another father, it always seemed like just it was me that didn't get the same treatment as everybody else. It was weird. And plus, and it was just like, again, certain individuals that now I'm seeing kind of in a different light, you know, and I have no animosity or anything against them. It's just kind of like, ooh, okay. Because I feel like some of us are even involved in things, again, possibly subconsciously, that they're not even aware because they haven't done the work, and you know what I'm saying, to go there. Okay. Possibly, right? Okay. So again, but I've always had to go against the grain. I've always had to fight. I always had, you know, all my life, I had to fight. So it's just kind of like that energy there. And sometimes for these particular individuals. And so it's kind of like, damn, you know, but sometimes you got to be worried about yourself. And that's what I have to do right now, regardless of who get pissed off. All right. So again, it's making me think about, again, childhood defilement with some of us. Okay. Now, this is a universal energy. Some of this stuff resonates with me and some of it doesn't. Where this came in, I don't know. Like I said, I don't remember anything like this, but there is always a dark something in my mind about something, you know, done in the dark. Okay. But again, it made me think about, again, when you think about, again, my grandma used to always say, protect the children, right? So if you think about this in this sense, you know, with some family members, and I'm saying this is not this is just general, okay? That I'm wondering if, again, when we're seeing where this kind of stuff comes from, like with children before the age of 7, if they're defiled or something like that, then it changes or alters their mind. It was one of those movies, I can't remember, a girl was captured and locked up or something. And I think just whatever happened to her when she was small saved her from being stuck into this kind of, I don't want to say purgatory, but I can't remember exactly what the movie was about. But it was talking about like the defiling of children by the age of 7, right? Okay. So it made me think about why sometimes this is happening in certain families, and it's like, again, it's like a defiling of the child, because then you're taking away that something essence of them. And why some children and not others and things like that. So it's really kind of something taking me deep here. Like it's more than that. Like now actually seeing people change or shift or shape shift or soul slide is sometimes what I call it, right? You're wondering what has possessed or what is, you know what I'm saying? And it's usually something. I think it's on a deeper level. These spiritual kind of awakenings have happened over time. And again, you never know what kind of some monkey is on somebody's back or what kind of something is on somebody's shoulder. All right. And again, a lot of this, I'm realizing that a lot of this rulership stuff been going on, but it's just now being, I was reading about that certain not, I want to call it myths, but kind of like a rite of passage or whatever. In certain cultures or whatever. And at certain ages, certain things are supposed to happen. So again, it's kind of like going up this thing and these doors opening up and expanding the mind on things, right? To kind of know what you're getting in before you get into it. But then that leaves you as someone that people are always trying to play some like a kind of trick on, right? Because you're not dealing with these like secret societies and groups tangibly. You're not in face to face or sitting at the table with them. You have to go here to the command center, to the motherboard, to, decipher or figure this stuff out. And everybody else is just sitting back watching, laughing, gawking, or whatever they're doing. All right. Celebrating, what they would think is your downfall, all these kind of things. Right. So, yeah, I don't know. So I said, I feel like, again, sometimes if you notice that with family members and stuff like that, it's certain children that were selected to be defiled. So I don't know. It just made me want to say something like that. Maybe somebody else can add something to that. But it's kind of like, that sneaky Pete energy, or even just that kind of something. Like everybody in the bloodline are going to be fighting for that crown or that throne. So if you think spiritually or spiritual attacks, these could just also be spiritual attacks where there's no tangible defilement, but there's other ways, to come into a child or something like that, right? Some of us have noticed things, in our room and stuff when we were young, and you thought it was clothes that was moving, or, so you just have to really, I just really expand my mind to think of what we're talking about. Okay. Same today, my something. Okay. So yeah, that would explain the energy of Como and that the East Coast coming towards me and using the court system to, again, obtain a child for something to happen to that child. When this person has been known to be very dangerous and has a record, and to not let it be supervised as we asked, because the person had never seen the child, and the first time that they did see him, they were, very upset, right? And then ever since then, the person has not showed back up, and they had a new car and everything. So looking at these things like this, why did that person come in? This person, again, this was a minor, and they didn't want to press charges. The police actually told us we're not going to press charges when there was a 4-year difference, and this was a minor that this happened to. So it's all these kind of things like this, right? And then you give this child over to that person, and they come back harmed. And then nobody's going to do anything about that either. So again, we were thinking it has to have something to do with this. Somebody knows something, somebody allowed something to occur. And it was for that reason. And it just so happens that, again, probably the Pharaoh, right? Or that energy of that other feminine energy, possibly from New York, using their power and their structure in order to defile, again, the bloodline. Kind of like slowly wiping out a bloodline. Also, again, sending direct messages and signals. And, people make choices too, yes, okay? But also spying and tapping into, young people's lives and recording people and things like this, in order to, again, have something for blackmail or against someone, okay? So again, I feel like, again, so that whole energy, I'm thinking, where did that come from, right? It's, I don't know, it kind of trips me out just a little bit, right? Okay, it says, that which is altogether just shalt thou follow, that thou mayest live, okay, and inherit the land. Okay, it says, thou don't plant thee a grove of any trees near unto the altar of the Lord thy God. So again, this making me think about, again, some kind of, I don't know, spies or trees, or I don't know. Why are we looking at this? This kind of look like a tree, but it don't really, right? Which thou shalt make thee. Huh. So again, I'm thinking osmosis or Moses or water, again, drawing something out of the water. Then I go back to the water. All right. I don't know. I mean, maybe even again, what I seen at the water, I don't know. I don't know. But I feel like this whole thing about this Moses energy, the fake Moses or the altered Moses or the idol, you see what I'm saying? Version of it, right? Calling the shots to eliminate the true children. Leaving, again, when we talk about the administration, leaving the people in Afghanistan or Chirac or the Midwest, right, behind these enemies' gates, is to genocide, whether it's spiritual or physical or whatever it is. I mean, but we can also look genocide in Chicago, because goddamn, you see what I'm saying? Neither shalt thou set thee up any image which the Lord thy God hateth. Okay. See? Okay, so again, any trees. So again, this is making me think about these dead looking trees, or these, fifth generation energy here that might be, again, the tree. Go back to a couple months ago in the summer. I did that video about the tree, and I showed that face that's sitting on that tree. And when we were reading in the book, The Spring, about Elijah and Esther, it said, look again, is that how your enemy was able to defeat someone was able to defeat their enemy? And then it made me think about mirror image or mirror magic, or, all these kind of things here. All right. Or setting a face upon, right? Even when we're talking about that high priestess card, I mean, the star card here, where they're setting this star on top of this entity here. All right. With the Lord God hateth. So this is saying, again, they don't want nobody to, it's almost like them trying to kick people off, probably even me, off of platforms like Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, or slow down your feed, your algorithm and things like that, right? So again, the Lord hateth. But then again, this energy of people, it is in all caps here, but it's also making me think again. This could go either way. This could be talking about, again, a Lord, an actual Lord, that is saying, don't, kind of like how God said, you can do everything but that, right? Like I said the other day, you can't do everything, but I'll tell you what you won't do, all right? It's almost like that whole, on that movie, Leave My Children Alone. And I feel like that's what they're trying to do. Pull them out into some kind of something for defilement, okay? But then it's also me telling them, get all these idols out my fucking face. Okay? These queens that are spying on me, using these devices and stuff like this, these queens that you go ask questions about me when it comes to the divine masculines, that help send these illusions and stuff like that. It's just that energy, like, keep them away from me. And it's just kind of like this energy here. It's, yeah. I don't give a fuck if it's family or not. You see what I'm saying? All these queens, again, the Empress embodies all of, I think, again, the Emperor and the Empress can embody every damn thing in the deck. Every zodiac, everything. It's just, you are everything, and everything is you, okay? So again, you see how she got these precious stones and jewels and things underneath her, these minerals and stuff that a lot of people, talk a lot about. I mean, people think, oh, wow, it's the desirous kind of energy. Yeah, we're going to get this and we can get those things, but they're not really talking about building in that manner, okay, on that scale. I'm not saying that nobody is, but I'm just saying it's more about the game than actually, for some of these people, okay? And you have to question that kind of energy here, all right? And why she got the Venus shell over her head, right? Because again, this is overhead. This is spyware, dude, and that's just what it is. So again, it's the Empress saying, look, I don't want to deal with none of these feminine energies. It's like, you want me to chill with them after they tried to fucking kill me? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. It's just that. That's why the Empress would be on that pedestal where somebody's trying to remove her, because it's for protection also, but it's also for insight, okay? All right, so anyways, let's keep on moving. All right. Oh, thou shalt not sacrifice unto the Lord thy God any bullock or sheep. All right, where there is a blemish or any evil avid redness, endower. I don't know what this word is, very long. I don't even know. Evil favor redness. Making me think about redness, evil favor redness. I don't know. But it's also making me think about the buffalo, the calf, white calf or white buffalo woman, and then the white calf, right? Yeah, yeah. Because that was reminding me of the story when I was reading that. Oh, yeah. So again, that may be, again, the self-generated one, the sun, and then the other triple something. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. So that's bringing me back to, again, something very personal here. For that is an abomination. So again, I'm thinking about these things, how Moses is doing. Like I said, if it's a someone in the likeness of Moses, or you doing Moses's job for him, this makes me think again about these people using their crafty counsel and their laws and lies in order to maneuver on, because they know that the spiritual essence, or the essence of source, and the children of source are dealing more with nature. They're dealing more with natural law of attraction, manifestation. They are the fucking magic. They are the ones. That's why they are the star. And it's usually because the family already mistreated them or made them feel like outsiders the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So again, source been having his hand with them the whole time, like the Ace of Pentacles, like the Ace of Swords, like the Ace of Cups, like the Ace of everything. Always been very observant, watching people, watching things, knowing how people move, looking at phenotype. You know, it's just this kind of thing. Not even having to say much, because really, when you're in a crowd, right, black sheep or chosen ones, you already know that most people don't kind of like get you that much. So it make you kind of like, when you were younger, probably shut down or not want to talk as much, right? All right. So again, let's go ahead and move to where we were. All right. Supposed to be going. Look, I done been all up in here all this time. I ain't even read it. All right. Oh, it's short. Okay, so we're just going to probably try to blaze through this real quick. All right. So it said, once again, an immense crowd gathered around him on the beach as he was teaching. So he got into a boat and sat down and talked from there. Okay. I mean, this is reminding me of this stuff. I don't know. Okay. His usual method of teaching was to tell the people stories. Okay. One of them went like this. Listen, a farmer decided to sow some grain. All right. As he scattered it across his field, some of it fell on the path, and the birds came and picked it off the hard ground and ate it. Some fell on the soil, and with underlying rock, it grew up quickly enough, but soon wilted beneath the hot sun. All right. So again, this is maybe an angry sun. You know what I'm saying? This makes me think of somebody being hot or stirred up, like it just said in the other scripture. All right. And some died because the roots had no nourishment in the shallow soil. Okay. So again, this is making me think again about offspring, or possible strange fruit. I don't know. Okay. Nourishment in the shallow soil. This could also be talking about somebody's shallow. You know what I'm saying? To make it seem like something, right? Because again, those who are being targeted and surveilled are going to talk different than other people. That doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with their message. It's just, again, telling it through them, because that road to that is through you. Okay? It's written on the heart. It's that. You could be in the same family and we could be set apart. You get what I'm saying? So again, there was some that was going to be set apart by God himself, right? Maybe you didn't like church that much growing up. You know what I'm saying? You always knew something was up. Kind of like this, okay? Other seed fell among the thorns, okay? So again, this could be a crown here that shot up the crowd, the young plants, so that they produced no grain. So again, this, you know, this is making me think about youth and this whole thing about these schools, you know what I'm saying? Okay? And these schools of fish, kind of like the Page of Cups, I believe. Okay, when the man has the turban wrapped with his blue, like the water, and he's holding a cup and there's a fish in it talking to him. Okay. So this is making me think a bit about some of us that are coming into this ascension or this level of masonry mastery or something. You see what I'm saying? All right. so that they could produce no grain. So again, this is making me think again, someone hindering someone's something. Or again, it may be what it's talking about here on this paper about crafty counsel or private platforms or things like this, where all of these people are sitting there talking about the sun, possibly the moon and all these other individuals, but their whole thing is to defile the sun. They're thinking of ways of how they're watching. The sun is just in defense here, knowing that the victory is going to be hers or his. And these people are just, sneaking away, cutting off with everything. Again, you just here. And they'll try to make fun of you like you don't do nothing, you lazy, but the whole time you sitting with source. All right? So again, it says, but some, and then again, it's making me think about that whole Truman Show energy here. And have people been, are some of you secret celebrities? Are you some people that have been, recorded all your life? That's why this shit is deep. This ain't just like right here. You see, when it's talking about these roots here, okay? So it could also be they might be talking about roots, you know what I'm saying, like your family tree. You see what I'm saying? Because they think that that's what's going to save them. All right? But some of the seed fell, yeah, and like I said, and that you're supposed to be getting some kind of compensation for something, but you're not, possibly. The people have chosen to, break it up amongst themselves, or again, all take one bag to, again, possibly, do something. All right? Some of it even 60, 60 or 100 times as much. If you have ears, okay? I don't know why something about ears came up the other day, but again, it's making me think about maize, corn, or ears of corn, okay? Listen, afterwards, when he was alone with the 12 and with his other, it's making me think about that commercial that be coming on YouTube. I think it's two girls sitting there watching TV and eating popcorn. One guy braces, and she's like, "Don't do it." She's like, "I already did." I don't know. That just made me think about that. Made me laugh. Okay. So they asked him, "What does your story mean?" He replied, You are permitted to know some truths about the kingdom of God that are hidden to those outside the kingdom. So that's what I'm saying about even sharing that message, or even the empress having to speak her piece. Because we know over time they have been trying to take away the power from the matriarchal, even though America was a matriarchal society, through the test of time, okay? So again, it's kind of like that. You should know. Like, again, the people that come here specifically came here for a reason, and they're going to get something from this. Whether they like it or not, I don't know, right? There's some people that are coming here just to judge, right? Because they think that it's like a dictatorship. If it doesn't agree with what they're saying, then it doesn't make it, all right? So they will not understand or turn to God. They'll call it foolishness or laugh at you behind the scenes and things like this, right? Because they think that they know God or they're connected to the ancestors. But again, we're dealing over here. I feel like we're dealing with the ancestors, the gods. We're dealing with those who have passed. We're dealing with all. That's what I'm saying. There's no something, because she don't even have to have nothing in there, because everything already in her. You see what I'm saying? It's just that. So that's why they want to make her naked, right? Damn. I don't know why I just heard "love me naked." Like, you know what I'm saying? You've been watching shit. But like this whole thing with this, the Three of Swords is like, with this whole twin flame thing, it's like somebody wants me to know the situation I'm in and they want me to voice something. Either so again, somebody can take and put some more daggers. They can try to lock me into some prison or mental prison, you know what I'm saying? Or sell me with some more, I feel like, again, if somebody really cared and really wanted something to happen, they can make it happen like they do for everybody else. All right, I shouldn't have this. The guessing game is old by now, right? So that just let me know that you didn't want it, really. So again, it could have been all just a whole entire illusion, even though I know it's not. But it's hard to have everybody against you. So I'm hearing me and you against the world. And it's, again, like I said, as above, so below. So again, the masculines, I feel, are dealing with things in the so-called heavens on this plane. So again, there's a lot more danger there, right? Or again, they can look at it vice versa, as if there's a lot more danger in the streets, right? But when it comes to me, I don't feel that way. It could change one day, but I feel like, again, the faith or the knowing that I have in source is just like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm good. I don't worry about that while I'm delivering my message. Okay. The people that are really afraid, that are talking all that shit behind the scenes, but will never bring it to your face or come to your face. And if they do, they're going to have a military, or they're going to have something with them. Okay? So, right? Trying to wait to a time to strike, huh? Well, though they see and hear, they will not understand or turn to God or be forgiven for their sins. So it's like off with your heads. What will I do about the others I'm going to tell? So this is that whole hesitancy here, okay? The farmer I talked about is anyone who brings God's message to others, all right? Trying to plant good seed within their lives, all right? So again, to good seed in their lives is going to be the hustle and bustle of this world, okay? Or not this world, but of the world, all right? And then again, good seed for source is going to be this, all right? And maybe, for gain or not. It just, you know what I'm saying? Just depend on what you want to do, okay? It says the hard pathway where some of the seed fell represents the hard hearts of some of those who hear God's message, okay? Let's see. Satan comes at once to try and make them forget it. Woo! Girl, okay. This made me think about this energy today, of this feminine energy. I usually like her platform and everything like this. But there's a lot of luring platforms that seem to, highlight meetings and stuff like that when motherfuckers want your head. So again, it make me like, oh, but then, it's sometimes like, but again, I feel like, again, today, I don't know what her name, the hood something. I don't know. I just felt something, because again, I'm not dealing with the vehicle. I'm not dealing with the person. I'm dealing with the energy that struck me when I heard her say that. It changed, it shifted it ran through my soul some kind of way, okay? And what she was saying and how her demeanor and stuff. See, a lot of these people don't show their face. So you don't even know if they live next door to you. You see what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of these trees planted in the neighborhood like it wasn't supposed to be, but they did it anyway. All right? In some places, right? So again, yeah, it made the ghetto something. I think Noon or Nun. It made me think about the son of Noon, or Nun, or high priestess, or I don't know. It just made me think about all those things together, right? I mean, and this ain't coming at nobody. This is saying for what it is, okay? But it says Satan came at once to try to make them forget it, okay? Because I think her whole mess was about, oh, y'all believe that stupid, something like that. But we are talking about this whole incident of this water here. You know what I'm saying? And it's like Source is ready to show the fuck out. So, you know what I'm saying? I know people going to be upset because I cuss and because I speak how I speak here, but didn't nobody come here to play. People might have been laughing behind the scenes. They think it's a game. They think it's a joke, but Source ain't come here to play with nobody. And that's what I deal with. Over man, Lord, whatever the fuck it is. That's what I deal with. All right. So that's just how I see it. All right. So again, it says, to try to make them forget it. And the rocky soil represents the hearts of those who hear the message with joy. But like young plants in such soil, their roots don't go very deep. All right. So again, this is making me think about some of us that have been cut off, or have been targeted, or had some kind of binding ritual or something done on you. Okay. Some kind of blinding here. There's a lot of blinding here. Most of it have to do with feminine energy. Think about the ancient gods. Astarte, all these things here. Like, again, we're not dealing with regular people. This is not regular times. And again, some of you can't see. So if you don't know what I'm saying, then again, you just can't see. So why all these people trying to say somebody can't see? Source telling you, I'm going to tell you what the fuck she see. Don't be mad because you can't see it, because you calling it, but you ain't showing it. I've shown many things on this platform that I ain't never had a touch. I don't even know nothing about no technology to do no shit like that. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. It's just what it is. All right. All right. So I don't know. And something had me pressed about that message. I didn't want to put it out because I thought I might do something to mess something up, and this was something, because like I said, I don't like that feeling sometimes, right? It may be giving something to the enemy that they don't need to have. But in this case, I feel like, again, Source is changing things up. You either know it or you don't. And even what you think Source is bringing another energy here to let you know you don't know a damn thing. Now, there are some that do. I'm just saying. But the majority have been fooled by Satan, because Satan deceived the whole world from heaven. And think about this with the justice card. This is a red robe, the sword, the scale. And then again, later on, something has shifted. Something has changed. I'm hearing new moon or something. I even feel like there's a shift, like somebody's trying to take the sun and turn it into the moon and the moon into the sun, because they see the manifestation and the narrative of what source is saying and what I'm saying happening. So they want to try to swap out a destiny, because they know the sun is going to always burn the fuck out of this thing, and that it's always going to be on top. So what they're trying to do, the new moon may just mean that they're trying to connect the moon to the sun, or it's something crazy going on in the background, what they're trying to do with sorcery. All right. Or make that person into the sun so that they can be the rulership. When these people, again, when the sun is still shedding that mana in front of the Canaanites or Canaan. So it's something with this Scorpio, this moon, and this sun. Again, something more soulful and something more tantric. You be the judge. It's been rumored that certain things go on over here when it's actually other people doing some of these things when it comes to orgies and all this other shit. Okay, so let's not forget. All right. So since we talk about somebody might forget and somebody making somebody forget, let's remember some things within the indigenous community. All right. Instead of trying to spy on somebody that was in a marriage and try to see what they're doing in private in their room. You dig what I'm saying? All right. All right. So anyways. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, don't be trying to throw shade and throw dirt. And if you can't fucking take it, don't dish it out. All right. So again, search for success and lure the nice things. Come in the crowd out. Wait, okay, come in the crowd out God's message. So again, this whole thing, I can see when they're doing that with the messages in the media, you know, they'll take, they know what they're talking about is biblical, but they'll turn it into political and put it in the arena and give it different names like Marjorie Green when they're really talking about probably Shalonda fucking Bruton, you know what I'm saying? Or John Brown, or, you know what I'm saying? It's really talking about us, right? But low key, they got some kind of facade or something. They're giving you a perception of something and you take it because that's that light. That's that surface thinking. Some of us have the mind to interpret that shit immediately and let you know what it's talking about. They don't like that. So it's not because you're bad. It's not because your information is bad. It's because they don't want it to be, it's not fitting the narrative they're trying to create. So they want to cut you off from freedom of speech, period. Source got to do extra shit. Motherfuckers want to say it's extra. Well, extra shit got to be done sometimes when people want to act extra fucking stupid. I guess it's time for Simba to use his roar. I mean, I don't know. And that's what I was saying. A lot of these masculines that's treating feminines wrong and stuff like that, this King of Pentacles is upside down. Be careful how you treat people. They're trying to hold on to that last damn pentacle, hide it in their coat pocket because it's going to go down. You understand? So it says, but all too quickly, the attractions of this world and the delights of the wealth and the search for success and the lure of nice things come in, crowd out God's message for their hearts. Hit the like button. Cash App below. Ain't nothing wrong with it, but I'm saying some of these people just take it a little bit overboard, okay? Again, I ain't never asked you for nothing. Even when I didn't have nothing. You dig what I'm saying? It says, but the good soil represents the heart of those who truly accept God's message and produce a plentiful harvest for God. This message is laced with all kind of shit. People come on here. I probably need a new wig. I probably ain't got no makeup on. See what I'm saying? I feel like people been doing beauty spells, right? 30, 60, even 100 times as much was planted there. This also reminds me again of what we were reading in the other scriptures the other day about the 60 and 30 and things like this. Because some people is going to, you know, change their tune and some are not because they just that jealous and hateful and envious. Source gave all of these masculine energies and these other energies to the feminine because he knew what these people were going to be doing. And a lot of people took the bribe and went live. But they don't understand that she look alone, but all these plants and all these things are eyes. Planted in their hearts, okay? All right. Then he asked them, when someone lights a lamp, does he put a box over it to shut out the light? This is like them asking on mass media if they're messing with people's algorithms, if they're taking people's stuff off platforms. They are. And even if they're not, they're taking it to other platforms and exploiting people on there. And those people should be actually going to jail for that. And then hell. Even though it's not a place under the ground. I'm just saying. All right. Let's take it to a mindset. The one they tried to put some of the chosen ones in. All right. So again, this is making me think about even masculines coming in and also helping light a fire or sharpen a sword. And then also then covering it up. Because again, some of these energies are wanting to be possessive or stingy. They don't want to see the feminine grow. Because they think she may leave. You see what I'm saying? When she's concerned with building an empire too. But again, it seems like all of the peasants and all of the pages and all of these other people in the deck are lining their pockets. And again, it seems to happen every time that the children of Israel, the children of God, are treated some kind of way. And that's because God is asleep or God ain't speaking like the fuck she is today. So it's just that energy I feel. Or if you want to say how he's speaking through me. I don't know if you're going to find nobody else that speak the way that I do on this platform about this biblical text and got things to back it up. And there's a lot of energy here that's saying, don't do that, or you don't need that, or you ain't got it if you got to go there. No, that just letting you know that I can assassinate this shit with going wherever I want to go. I can go in a biblical text. I can go in a Nag Hammadi. I can go in any of these books. I can go in my fucking mind. You see what I'm saying? It's a forever thing. They can't lie and hold this forever. Jesus Christ is here. Antichrist is Satan. It is this whole thing, mass media, social media, and all these other things that is come together to ridicule and dismantle the divine masculine and feminine, which is the Jesus Christ. And maybe we're dealing with a Yeshua energy, right? That was okay with sacrificing that energy for something in the likeness of it, but it ain't nothing like the fucking real thing. And it's messed up because I know I can sense something in these people that they do care. But the weight of the world on their shoulders and the positions that they're in are more dangerous, I feel, than me. Because when you're talking about that energy of wisdom, the Ruach, that's the wife of God. So nobody dare come. You see what I'm saying? But the messenger, all the people that's attached to her, they may be, you know what I'm saying? We're all going through it. It's going to be more mental and more other things for me. When again, it may be physical movement and different things for them and mental. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like they take more of more of the weight, and that's why they can't say what they want to say. But I can. But I can. You see? It says all is now hidden will someday come. Look at what I just say. What I just say. The pastor can tell you, let's go to James, Mark 44, go over here to this page and whatever 10 and shit. Is they talking to you like this? This is why. Taking bribes to, again, shut out the light. That's why, again, on the U.S. Bruton seal, the star is trapped. They're using all the other aspects of it, and the star is trapped. But not no fucking more. It says, okay, of course not. The light shouldn't be seen or used. What? They shouldn't shed light? Like the sun gonna do any damn way? Shed light on the situation? Because again, it's talking about the world card. That's the world card that's able to probe the government, to probe Obama, to probe Putin, to probe Biden, to probe Xing or whatever. That's what I'm saying. That's what the energy is. She sit high. And look low, because that's what the fuck she here for. Like, let me just calm down, because it's just, I don't know. It's just like, I don't know what people be thinking, but I mean, I see what I see. And again, and they both was naked and they didn't care. It's kind of like a Bonnie and Clyde or ride or die energy, but it's almost like, again, more bribes and things have been given. More illusions have been given. And again, the masculines probably don't care if, again, there's another broken heart. So this is why she has to just continue to do what she got to do, because she won't end up like this again. The only way they can do that is by removing somebody, because they weak, because they whack, because they're devils. And they don't want the victory to be mine or yours. But we're still in defense. So they make up mandates and laws, and just because you don't want to deal with these things, they make you into a criminal, and they call you they'll call you a domestic terrorist when they are the fucking domestic terrorists. Make everybody not like you and stuff like that, like you give a damn, like I care. It bothers me that people may be listening to me when I don't know, because my children are here. And these people know they're going to have to pay for this. So this is why they want to make sure they do everything they can to silence those of us. All that is now hidden. And this is that whole thing about, oh, just shelter in place. Just everybody be quiet. Oh, wait until the spring. And for me, it's just like, I don't know. That's my problem. All right. But I just do what I do. All right. So again, it says, all this is now hidden will someday come to light. So this whole thing is like, these people thought time to cross the threshold. They thought that when soon, because January 1st came, that all the shit that they did or they planned or plotted, like they crossed some kind of finish line or something where it can't be brought back up. So they try to make you feel bad about talking about the injustice that happened to you. Are you out of your mind, dude? I don't operate like other people. That's why I know I'm just not the same. Even if I'm just talking to myself right now, it is what it is. If you have ears, listen, and be sure to put into practice what you hear. The more you do this, the more you will understand. So they try to flip things around, you know what I'm saying, to make you feel afraid to speak or something like this. And we just gonna have to find out. What I tell you, to him who has shall be given. For him who has not shall be taken away, even what he has. Let's read that one more time. To him who has, and I don't know what they have, okay, shall be given. They must have something, okay? I don't know what it is. I don't know if this is gifts, finances, pentacles. I don't know what this is. Bitcoins. I don't know. Dollars. I don't know. Okay. Children. It could be talking about anything. From him who, documents, it could be anything. From him who has not shall be taken away even what he has. All right. So this is maybe talking about some kind of law structure, right? Because again, this is Moses and them coming to try to take the land from the true Israelites with Moab and them. The Muslim energy. We already seen the high priestess on here ain't having that. The empress over here ain't having it. Even if she got to bring them to their fucking knees. This is the kind of like, I feel like this is like the feminine energies that's caressing the lion. Leo energy. I mean, these are very powerful cards to me. Her taking a step out for a second. To kind of like see what the hell is really going on here. All right. It's like, the King of Wands, she taking a step towards the King of Wands, but he already just too tired from all the shit that's been going on already. With that devil energy. That then, it's almost like, again, have they been defiled to the sin? Or trying to make it seem like the feminine is, right? When a lot of people are, trying to practice celibacy, even if whatever you did in your youth or whatever, you know what I'm saying, at this point in time, some of us know we've been made clean by source, right? Yeah, I'm going to keep this one out because it's talking about these little pieces of wood right here that were cut off. But I think they are talking about, those parts. So again, I don't know. We'll see. right? All right. Let's see. Okay, to him shall be given, okay, and taken away. So again, this is laws or lies or jurisdictions and codes and acts and bills and all this shit that nobody really understand that they're going to try to use to take something away from people, patents and all this other stuff. It's all people trying to take something from people all the time. And using their law, just like God said, you laughed and said, y'all keep running back to man's law for the answer. And then turn around and say that the people that's in the spirit don't care about the people. When they are healers, they are magic themselves. They don't need a secret society. They are the fucking secret society. They are the ones that the secret society is watching. Here's another story illustrating that the kingdom of God is like, or what it's like. A farmer sold his seed, went away, and as the days went by, the seeds grew and grew without his help. Okay, this is making me think about, again, some kind of regeneration or some kind of, excuse me, enlightenment or some kind of something here as well. For the soil made the seeds grow. For a leaf blade, so it's kind of like the soil and the seeds had the power to do it on their own anyways. When these people got to use devices and spy on you and try to act like they psychic. Some of them. All right? I'm telling you, people better be careful. There's a lot of things. People always talk about all this. Oh, I never do this. I never do that. But again, the things that some of these people are posting lately and the fact that I already spotted them out, they better be careful. First of leaf blade push. So only thing they can talk about me is finances. But Jesus ain't have nothing. People better start checking themselves. Pushed through, and later the wheat heads formed, and finally the grain ripened. And then the farmer came at once with his sickle and harvested it. So I don't know. This make me think about a sharp sickle. I don't know. This make me think about, again, maybe generation and maybe a birth or a child. Look, we got this sneaky sly fox in this child here. So this may be talking about some kind of child abduction or termination or the bounty hunters from Texas. That I don't know what with the abortion act or bill or whatever they passed. So I don't know what the hell bounty hunters and whatever, have to do with it. But it can also be talking about, again, even in vitro fertilization, surrogacy, again, two ball energy. Because again, we're going to go into some Native American history, hopefully later on today or tomorrow. That's talking about this, a mother that has been, birthing all the nations, okay? Which I think is talking about the white buffalo woman, okay? It says, Jesus asks, and we did a video on that a while back too, okay? So how can I describe the kingdom of God, okay? What story shall I use to illustrate it? It is like a tiny mustard seed. Though this is one of the smallest of the seeds, yet it grows to become one of the largest of the plants. But again, this is of the plants though. So again, I'm seeing two different situations or sentences, and I'm also seeing temperance here. All right. All right. Maybe one of the smallest of the seeds, but then grew to the biggest or the largest plant. Okay. So again, there is plant energy here. Right? This could be somebody. Oh, I don't know why I'm hearing what you call it. I was about to say asparagus. Oh my goodness. Ooh, the star card. Aquarius. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I do feel like a lot of people are boosting up Aquarius energy right here. And Scorpio and Aquarius. When it was Taurus, Pisces, and maybe see, because I see patterns and stuff. That's how I know that it's a collective thing. And yeah, we call it collective, but again, is it collecting under source or under Satan? Are you really a seer, or do you have a device where you're able to see? Because we have Mount Seer, which again makes me think about the temperance card and the crown that's sitting on that mountain behind the girl on the temperance card. So they broke up the crown and spread it about. So some of these people are carrying the very essence of some of us within them, so that they don't need these devices anymore. They can tap right into your energy. with long branches where birds can build their nest and be sheltered. This is making me think about Inanna and the whatever the tree is called, okay? He used many such illustrations to teach the people as much as they were. Oh, the totem pole, the eagle, and the cross, is making me think about that too. Okay? They were ready to understand. In fact, he taught only by illustrations in his public teachings. This was making me think about somebody like a Bro Sanchez or somebody that put a lot of time in their work ethic. But then, it's also gives, well, no, I feel like, again, with the divine masculines, it's more through words. And I'm more of a word girl. Okay? But I also am very much a visual, and I feel like lately my vision has been kind of blurry, and for some reason my glasses is missing. So, we'll just have to figure something out, okay? Maybe they don't want me to see this little stuff that's in these cards hidden. Yeah. All right. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You don't know, people. I'm telling you. It's like little things that have been done. Very specific that had me questioning motherfuckers around me like, what? You got a whole bunch of thirsty motherfuckers, females and males. And I'm not talking about for what. I'm talking about for your knowledge, or people that just want to be succubus energies or black widow energy, or just take from people and kill and destroy and things, and smile in your face while they doing it. He would explain his meaning. As evening fell, Jesus said to his disciples, "Let's cross to the other side of the lake." So they took him just as he was and started out, leaving the crowds behind, though other boats followed. But soon a terrible storm arose, okay? So again, this is making me think about Jonah. Or the energy with the whale. But soon a terrible storm arose. High waves began to break into the boat until it was nearly full of water and about to sink. Oh, it made me think about the snow last night or yesterday or whenever it started. It made me think about, again, that part where in that Huntsman movie when, she put that big old block of ice up like a border or something to try to mess up, they couldn't reach each other. Yeah, that's what it's making me think about. So they make it seem like, again, the Empress, or again, that energy, or the Taurus is the one that's jealous, when the Taurus knows the heart of these masculines. Even if they want to act like they don't know what they damn self. The Empress know that they know the truth about her. And that's why until they do right, I just think that not good things are going to be happening. And it might be after that trickster energy or whatever. Maybe that's why I was drawn down there last night. I don't know. Maybe, again, the Pharaoh's daughter, they're trying to represent me as because a lot of these people, I feel like a lot of this is these feminine energies that's tapping into my fucking, doing these sit downs or these whatever graveyard shifts, whatever the fuck they doing, trying to tap into my energy and getting me to say something that's going to contradict or to make it seem some way and flop it and say, see, this is what she meant there. You see what I'm saying? It's just a hateful, just disgusting energy when I ain't think about none of these people. And the masculines be running up behind them, not even knowing, you know what I'm saying? I've been trying to warn them and they don't listen. So again, it's just like a mama trying to tell somebody not to be chasing after this tail, and they still do it. But then they'll act like they're a loving mother energy and to try to keep them away from me. But again, I ain't showed nothing but love, right? And if it hurt when I said something, it's probably because, again, it is what it is. I know that these people are behind the scenes, or know of these people that are behind the scenes doing this dirt that they're doing on some of us. All right. All right. So again, so they took him just and started leaving out the crowd behind. Okay. But a terrible storm arose. High waves began to break into the boat until it was nearly full of water and about to sink. Jesus, so again, this makes me think about that feminine energy. It makes me think about, but again, this feminine energy seems as though they want to help, but they may know all the information about me. And they're just waiting to get rid of that masculine so then they can go ahead and come in and take it, because they sit there and they say certain things. They sit there and say things, and that's when people tell on their ass. I'm telling you. So when we went through that scrolling last night and Source showed me the image of that person, again, if y'all in the reading community, you know exactly who it looked like. But I'm not saying nothing because, again, she comes off seemingly as one way, but I also catch some streaks of something else sometimes. So, again, I call it what it is because I can. Just like they can. All right? Just I have to do it on my so-called professional platform for people to come over here that might be looking at me in another light, and they got secret websites that they go to watch me and do what the fuck they do. It's just that's what it is. Because I was seeing and I was watching a video of that person, and then I said, "Oh, kill she did it, or she know it." And then she was doing it live, or whatever, and then she said, "What? Did you just say that?" But I said it in my head, so I'm not fucking with y'all. I know what they doing. And she stopped for like 3 minutes in that live, and I'm thinking, how the hell did she hear what I just said that in my head? Be paying attention to your surroundings is all I got to say. So that might be that sense of, again, in the garden, vipers, the brooding vipers in the garden, trying to come take down the serpent. So again, that serpent energy, I feel like it can represent, again, like I said, it can be cunning, but then again, we can look at it now. That was it in the beginning. Now that energy is not. But if we look at that, we go back to the beginning and we go back to the Moorish energy and the Islam energy. That's why I was pointing that out with Omar, or whatever her name was, because again, I'm seeing it. I'm able to see the past, present, and future. So I'm able to see more past and present, right? So I'm able to see it in that light, as if this person is trying, but the whole thing is the Empress is the one, but everybody is trying to move into places as judges and everything and judge the Empress or judge the righteous, when the righteous is the ones, or the meek is the one that's supposed to inherit the earth and judge the earth. But again, they did give it to the earth, but it's just the ones that don't like the meek. It's the ones that don't like the righteous ones, or the right ones, or the true heirs. They try to use that whole foreign energy again to try to stop or block it. But it's just like, we all got that shit in our blood. So stop. Really. Just stop. And even if you don't, maybe you should. And maybe you would have been the one. Whew. Let's see. I think it's just a little piece left here. Okay. Let's see. All right. So again, illustrations or whatever, public, whatever, he was alone with the disciples and the meaning of them, okay, and evening fell, okay, break into the boat, and okay, so again, maybe that was the energy there. That's the second time that I felt like I was going to that water and that it was somebody was speaking from it. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the second time. You know? That's the second time. And I had a vision of a masculine in that area, in the garden, a garden hotel or something. But I wasn't sure. But early on through this, I seen that. And ever since then, it's been so it's almost like the masculine is not there. And these people, again, have the tools that was left behind after the fucking war. Again, which is night goggle visions and list of names of the most valuable players, or the GOATs, or the GOATs, and, you know, connections and things like that. And they're using it to spy on Israel. Now, so again, even if this was a government exercise where they had agents coming in, and my connection was really with one of those agents, and something happened to him at some point in time, and there was really some kind of something that was supposed to be put together, right? Something went bad. Something with the Bagram thing, something went wrong. Something went wrong, and they started to bring in others, right? I'm hearing somebody Booth, the person that was supposedly, I think, killed Lincoln, the actor or whatever. I don't know. All right. So I don't know. Like I said, it feels like, again, something happened to a divine masculine a long time ago, and they're keeping up this persona like that the person is still here. And that's the messed up thing about it. That's the messed up thing about it. They won't stop. I feel like they've been told to stop. They won't stop. Now, this masculine could be just fine. But again, they have given several. The energy is not the same, period. It's people playing games. And that's why I don't even go there anymore. That's why I'm the telepathic energy, just in case the masculine is distorted, or, you know what I'm saying, his crown or something, or the connection. Again, I'm thinking Alexander Graham Bell or something. I don't know. Something about Southern Africa or Southern Illinois. You know what I'm saying? Again, the storm, so again, that's what's making me think, again, something twisted or distorted that connection with that lotus flower or that horn or that something. Possibly even before then, but I'm just saying. All right. Better soon is terrible. Again, talking about heart probably, okay? But soon a storm arose, and okay, I'm keep on getting distracted, okay? So again, frantically they waked him, shouting, "Teacher, don't you even care what we are about, that we are about to drown?" So again, it's something about drowning, something about drowning, something about drowning, over and over again, over and over again. Because it's like it's like somebody's even doing a spell or some kind of underwater spell, or trying to trap somebody's altar, something in Atlantis or underwater. I don't know. I'm just hearing something like that. Okay. Okay. It is even making me think about Maui and Moana when he was telling her, chill out or whatever. He only got a little bit of juice left in his hook. Okay, sorry. Okay, or to pipe down possibly. I don't know, y'all. Okay. Then he rebuked the wind and said to the sea, quiet down. And the wind fell, and there was a great calm. So this makes me think about, again, the fluctuation of nobody blowing hot air when it comes to the high priestesses yesterday. The slowing down of messaging, right? So it's even like a God taunting someone, saying, "Where are your seers and stuff now?" But this God not realizing that you are a seer, you are a high priestess, you are a healer, you are an alchemist, you are these things. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying, right? So that's how I know that in some of these instances, these gods is not talking to some of us. Because again, when we're going to Enoch, some of these people are beings that will not have it. And they'll make it seem like because they're binding and blocking you, that you are the one that doesn't. But again, then source will just kind of show out a little bit sometimes. And ask then, who's doing this? It ain't me. It's the spirit. It's that energy, that great spirit or whatever that's within me. So if you're mad at what I'm saying or how I'm coming across, then you can talk to God about that. All right? Girls from the 504 need to stop it right now. I don't know. I'm seeing something about crystal or crystals. And again, maybe this hidden baby. Because again, I feel like this is talking about, again, a lot of different masculines. There's not one specific that I'm talking about here. I don't know which specific one, but I feel like somebody is having a baby, or they're coming to full term or something. And she might be a high priestess and a healer. I'm seeing something like in the South, Louisiana or something like this. I don't know. And also I'm seeing movement from Louisiana, or some kind of movement from another high priestess. I'm just seeing, again, a lot of movement here, okay? And people want me to be moving, and the source is telling me, no, sit your ass down right there while I go ahead and prepare this table. Because they play too much. I've already seen it all. Ain't gonna be no more of this. I'm gonna just go ahead and strip the illusions away and let them know that it is what it is. He asked them why they were fearful. Don't you even yet have confidence in me? Okay. Yeah. So even for me, I went through a great calm. I was listening to some Native American music, right? And it was like flute music. And I noticed that I hadn't been listening to that for a while. So it kind of, I was in a mode, I was looking for something that I had needed to ship out. And so again, it kind of soothes me or whatever. So, and they were filled with awe and said amongst themselves, who is this man or woman, okay, that even the winds and seas obey him? But then again, this could be talking about a masculine here. Again, this making me think about here. This, it wasn't all an illusion. There's something hiding back here. And the fact it had red around it, I don't know, I'm seeing like a hierophant or, again, a holy figure here. All right. Look, a buckler. Look, didn't it say something about a buckle or a buckler? Again, maybe that's this here. I don't know, maybe a chastisement, or again, oh, okay, maybe this is a masculine energy, a divine masculine that is that has been holding back or something. Good things come to those who wait. Right? But you see the serpent almost, or this snake or this serpent or this viper or whatever, almost did something here. Look at the tongue sticking out. It might have. Hold on. Okay. But it's something just made me look at this paper and I see defilement. But I think, again, you know how like on the royal shows and stuff like that, okay? See, because the Queen of Wands, she got the boar and the lion, okay? That's a boar. But you know how, again, like with the royals and stuff like that, they would do other things instead of that to save themselves for that time. And even, there were some things like Claude had to get like re-examined or something done so that it can seem as though she was cool. It's like kind of like these kind of things that I was just thinking about the other day. Because people dirty. Let's see. All right. Yeah, so who is this man? Okay, that even again, this is, again, I feel like we're talking about the energy. It's up to you to discern. I just know one day something is supposed to be revealed. Till I get to it's just what I see or what I think. But yeah, all right. So again, that's it, y'all. That's it. I'm gonna come back later and we're gonna read a couple of clips and articles and stuff about treaties and the Sioux and how I feel like this is correlating with what's going on in Mark. Okay, I think Mark 4:12 or something like that, when it's talking about the people got together in the certain tribes and everything. So yeah, I'll be back later. Take care.